Wings by a Hawaiian Shirt. Alan opened his eyes, straining against the brightness of his environment. He was laying face down, his cheek pressed against the sandy surface of a ground he's never seen before. He lifted his head and pressed against the ground beneath him. His dry, cracked lips gasped for air like it was his first breath. He rolled over and sat up. His eyes wandered in dismay as he failed to recognize his surroundings. Slowly, he wiped his eyes, a heavy fog filling his brain as he tried to recollect something, anything. But there was nothing. He could only look around and wonder at the ever-expanding world he found himself in. Surrounding him was miles and miles of what looked like to be fine sand, like pearls that had been crushed to dust. He felt the grains between his fingers, watching them fall in silence. His eyes wandered to the almost indiscernible horizon. The sky above was almost identical from which the ground he sat. There was no sun or source of natural light. This plain just simply seemed to be.
Do not be afraid.
The words rang in his mind, a chorus of toneless yet oppressive voices speaking through the haze in his head. Alan looked for the source, whirling around his blank purgatory with wild eyes and shaking hands. There was no one but himself, and at first he thought someone was pulling some elaborate prank, until he looked up. The shape alone was menacing and absolute, something beyond his comprehension. It looked down at him with several eyes, writhed in the sounds of twisting leather. It floated down from above, dwarfing him under what looked like millions of feathers. It was an amalgamation of wings that stretched in every direction, taking turns moving softly as it made its silent descent to him. As the gears in his mind fought to identify it, he conjured the only term that could fit such a beautiful, horrifying creature. It was an angel.
What happened to me?
Alan asked with his dry, cracked voice.
It would seem you perished,
said the voices, its body coming to a stop just inches above the earth. Alan winced, a barrage of flashes strobing his mind. He could hear the squealing tires on repeat as the car's crash looped in his mind. The wreck that crushed him to the tree. When the vision passed, he looked at the angel.
I died,
he said plainly. He looked down at the never-ending plain, a whirlwind of sadness, regret, and the longing aching within him.
Yes, that fate brought you here,
said the angel, drawing closer. The many feathers on its wings flexed as it came near, dozens of eyes narrowing on Alan.
I see. Are you here to take me to heaven?
Asked Alan, looking up to the angel. Its wings curved outward around him. Alan looked at the feathers and how all the veins seemed to melt together. That's when he realized they weren't feathers. They were teeth. Just as he realized this, he looked up at the looming creature above him and he said,
There is no heaven.